made an infamous witch or warlock look like a neophyte. And now they are secretly obsessed with you. This is a quick message from the chosen ones. Chosen one. You know, I told you, you came up with this. You came up against this infamous witch, warlock, this infamous cult. And what you gotta understand about witches and warlocks in the Matrix or in the simulation are, these are literally individuals who you are going to run up against when you come into this spiritual awakening. They're like gatekeepers or like checkpoints, final bosses on levels. When you level up consciously, you're gonna go through a final boss. And we're starting to understand how this system operates. We're starting to realize the patterns. And I gotta congratulate y'all. I gotta say thank you to y'all because, you know, when I first got on this journey of dropping these type of videos, I didn't have a realization that so many people would experience these things. And the fact that you guys have the courage to say, yo, yeah, I've been through that. Yo, you're talking to me in the comments. It shows other people that this is a real thing, and that, you know, it makes us understand that we are in like a simulated reality. So we are starting to understand how this operates, right? Because it's different bodies going through the same path with the same things. And if you want to catch, you know, I dropped a video on YouTube literally talking about witches and warlocks on the in the Matrix. You can go stream. It's streaming now on YouTube. You click the link. But you came into this situation with these specific warlocks or witches, chosen one, and some of you came up against multiple ones. You defeated one, moved, and then another one tried to find you and tried to do the same thing. And so some of you have defeated multiple witches and warlocks, infamous witches and warlocks, not just anybody's, but witches and warlocks who are known to the witch and warlock community, who have made money off being a witch or warlock, real money. And so you was able to defeat these. Well, chosen one, when you encountered this specific witch or warlock, they were closer to you than what you might have expected. It could have been a neighbor. For some of you, it could have been a roommate. You know, some of you were living in boarding houses or shared room in houses with fucking witches and warlocks. And the thing is, chosen one, the average person knew. And this is why those rooms were always open in this specific home or place that you were in. And so you gotta understand, the average person that's seen you in these places was like, what the fuck? And they were calling you a witch or warlock. But you ain't even have awareness until, you know, you started to put two and two together. But once you even knew it was a witch, you still ain't give a fuck. That's the thing about the chosen ones. You're really not scared of shit, you know? Well, this person didn't like the fact that you were not in fear. And this person knew that you knew that they were something, right? They knew that you knew that they were some type of witch or whatever, because of the things that you would say or questions you were asked, or certain things that you would do. You know, these witches and warlocks, they are very aware of their surroundings, because you gotta understand, in order for you to do magic, you have to have an understanding of the simulation. You have to know that this is a simulated reality, or you might not know like it's a sim, but you understand frequency and energy work. So they have an understanding of that, because that's what magic is, frequency and energy work. And so this witch or warlock knew exactly you knew. And this is an infamous witch or warlock. And a lot of times, chosen one, what you don't know about witches and warlocks, they live underneath their means. This warlock was probably in this rooming house for the specific fact of cursing vagabonds, or cursing people who stumble upon this. It's supposed to be like, oh man, you stumbled upon this boarding room. It's the only place you can get, or this hotel, or this apartment, only place you can get. Boom. Then the witch curses you and fucks you up, right? And so the fact that this witch wasn't, because normally people get in there, they see what's going on, they see him or her, and they get the fuck on, right? They try to get out of the way, or the witch cursed them, and some crazy shit start happening. Well, this specific witch, chosen one, did not like the fact that you were around them and it didn't bother you. And so they started to do simple magic. They started to lay down simple things. Maybe if you had a shared refrigerator, they were playing and doing all types of magic with the food, doing all types of little things to see if they could make you sick, see if they could make, stuff start happening. With chosen one, none of this stuff was working. And so this witch or warlock began to really say, yo, you know what? I gotta get this motherfucker. And so they started to do their best magic, chosen one, and the magic didn't work, and everything was seemingly normal. And matter of fact, you broke the spell so crazy that the witch ended up leaving. Or the witch had to get away from you. See, chosen one, this infamous witch or this infamous warlock, they didn't like that. But it also intrigued them. And so they kind of started looking at you and wonder, chosen one, you have a witch or warlock who you have defeated, who is stalking you on social media. They're stalking you, trying to figure out where you are, trying to figure out where you have moved to, or what you got going on, where you frequent, because they want to pull up on you. They are obsessed. And chosen one, you have made, it's not even that they're your enemy. They are just so obsessed with a person because they have never met a person who didn't fall to their magic. And so now they are kind of obsessed with the thought of, you and who you are. Some of these witches and warlocks want to be with you romantically. You might see them in your dreams because they're trying to do dream magic to enter your dreams. And so they want to be with you romantically. Some of these witches and warlocks only want to try the magic again because they feel like, who are you? But chosen one, long story short, you have a witch or warlock who is obsessed with you. And they are constantly monitoring your social medias, trying to figure out where you are and where you go so they can meet you again.